Everyone, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to another reading. If you're seeing smoke, it's just the sage that I have been I think I just put a bit too much, but let's get into it. We are approaching Aries full moon. We are fully into October now. Aries full moon is happening on the 6th of October, and it is quite a big one because it is a super moon, not just a like a general moon. It is a super moon, which means that it just has a bit more of an effect on you. Not as much as the eclipses, but it does have an effect on you. Let's get right into it. I'm excited to see what is coming up next week. So this reading is relevant for the coming week and or immediately after, like 2 to 3 days after the eclipse, or to be honest, whenever you're watching it, maybe the effects are carrying on with it, carrying on from this full moon, so it's still going to be relevant. But I would say take the messages as really something to act upon in immediate time, right? Because the reason why I say this is because it's Aries full moon. There's going to be some sort of action involved in it. This is not just about surrender. This is not just about it's not about just surrender. It is actually an action-oriented card. Aries energy is very masculine. It is very action-oriented, and that's what we have here. Okay, I have 5 cards in front of me, and the 5 cards I have here, one is the deck is in German, but I'm going to translate. This is the card of Temperance. Temperance, yeah. So Temperance is all about balance. It's kind of about like balancing your routine, your everything in order, whatever. Like the message that I get is someone is like has got a job, but now they're trying to like a new job, like they're now trying to balance careers, or you've started a new career or something like that. Maybe you started a new like a business for yourself, and you're trying to balance that business with your gym, your daily routines, family time. It's like that kind of balance, but it's been really challenging for some of you. For some of you, this like balance has been so hard to gather just because it's been a lot going on. You've had a lot going on, and it may feel like, gosh, nothing has been happening unless you took action. But now that you've got this job, you have secured a job, now you feel like relaxed, or now you feel a bit more like, okay, I have this like business started, I've set up things for it, and now you want to balance other things. Maybe your health got neglected in the past couple of months, but now it's the time to really reprioritize it so that you can feel more balanced. You can feel more like your energy is not being depleted. Maybe most of the time the energy was being depleted because of that reason, like because there was imbalance and you weren't sure with the uncertainty, you weren't sure where to put your energy and how to really, it's almost like being in survival mode really, but it's not going to be for long anymore. It's now that kind of stability is coming, and yeah, this is what I'm getting here. For you, the balance and this like level of stability is what you are searching for, reaching for, and it's coming. And it's come after a long period of a money drought. 5 of Pentacles. Yeah, you've had a big money drought. Money drought meaning like you just didn't know where the money was going to come from. Maybe you lost a job. Maybe you started a business and put a lot of investments in, but like no clients were coming or something like that. That's what I'm getting here, that you put in a lot into something, but there was no reward coming, and you aren't, or not as quickly as you would have liked to. And we do get the next 2 cards, which are the Horses card. Yeah, you've had to go through that. The reason why that was delayed, I'm going to read it like this. This came first, the Death card, and then came the reversed card, which is Knight of Wands. Yeah, Knight of Wands card, but it is reversed. The reason that I get here is that the reason why there has been a delay, why things haven't moved forward, is because you have been transforming significantly. Whether that transformation meant something like, you had certain inner blocks that you had to get through. Maybe you felt like, gosh, am I like you almost wanted to step into this new identity, but you had your hand held on the past identity too. So you were holding it, but also wanting to move forward, but you couldn't because you had like, you're kind of like attached from this roof, not roof, rope, like, to kind of like you're anchored in this other place and you're trying to pull this anchor, but the anchor is heavy. So what you've had to do is cut the rope. Basically, you've had to cut the rope bit by bit. And that is what I get here. That cutting of the rope is what your transformation has been. Perhaps it's been cutting off the rope from your past people, past friendships, circles that you used to hang around in. And that kind of led to a delay in your forward movement. Knight of Wands is quite a forward, fast moving card. It's all about passion, it's all about energy, but your passion was depleted because of, I get people here, I don't even get it's just your limiting blocks. I get like, it's almost like you were so attached to certain people from the past, or could be like even wanting to please your parents, wanting to kind of like they have this preconceived idea of you, or your friends have this preconceived idea of you, like what you do in life and who you are, and you didn't want to step out of it because it just felt like then too scary, right? Because you then have to explain to them what you are now doing, and perhaps you didn't know because you were still kind of figuring it out yourself, and you didn't want to say all those things, so you kind of like hid parts of yourself, and that has been really an uncomfortable process. But it won't be for long now, because everything is now going to fit into place after a long time of not having things in order. And I think that's what this Aries full moon is representing. We do get King of Wands. Yeah, King of Wands indicates really very passionate energy. You're getting your passion back, you're getting your energy back. I get like very much like it's go time. This suit, the Wands suit, is fire sign. So it is very much linked to all the fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. How timely is it with this Aries full moon? So you are now getting full go ahead. Whatever started with the Aries new moon earlier this year when the eclipse happened now is being completed with the Aries full moon this Monday coming. It could be a combination of endings of like this really hard time of like, not knowing where the money is going to come from, like uncertainty, deep uncertainty, living in that, and now finally going into this passionate energy where you are. This card is also very entrepreneurial, so you're in charge. You're going to be in charge of your life much more so. You want things to be how you want them to be, You don't want to rely always on other people. Whilst it's good to ask for help and, rely on other people for certain things, it is your responsibility to provide what you want for yourself, right? If you want to go find love, then you have to put yourself in environments and in vibrations and improve yourself to be able to be a match with that. If you're wanting the right job, manifesting a job, you have to get really clear on what you want. You have to really know exactly how you're going to feel in that job, what kind of people you want to work with, what kind of environment, what is your salary, all those things you need to be clear about. And then you start taking aligned action and even like trying to immerse yourself in those environments. So maybe it means that if you're wanting to manifest a certain thing in like, a city that you want to move to, maybe go to that city and plan a trip and see how you feel there. Maybe that's going to like really put you into this vibration where it's going to bring everything so much quicker. That's how manifestation works. Put yourself in the environments where you want to be and really immerse yourself in it. It's just going to raise your vibration so much higher and really cultivate the feeling of you already having your manifestation, rather than waiting for it, rather than longing for it, because otherwise the doubts come in, The universe isn't getting the messages that you really, really want this, but when you're in that environment, you are acting like you already have it. That is the key right now that you're being asked to follow, to really immerse yourself in the reality that you would like to manifest. Okay, that was quite a big message there. Let's see what else we get. Okay, Eight of Swords, which is all about feeling like you're trapped. Feeling like you're trapped. You feel like somewhere you're trapped, but have a look at this card, right? These are, you see the swords here, but actually it's not a cage, right? You see the swords around, but she still has like space to get out of it. Like it's almost like, yes, she might be blindfolded, she might be tied, or like, feeling like she can't see what the next path is, she can't see what, why she can't move. And the message that I get here is it's actually to do with momentum. What you do more of creates a habit. You need an activation energy to be able to get you going and build momentum from there. It involves small step, taking that small step. But right now you're kind of stuck in one situation because of a habit, really. It doesn't seem like it's like stuck because it is outside your control. It doesn't seem like it's outside your control. In fact, it's very much in your control with the King of Wands that we just got, which is indicating you're in charge. You're the one creating your reality. You're the one actually building things, and you can take a small action, just like I said, like immerse yourself in the environment where what you want to manifest, dress up like the person that you want to be, really start acting like the person that you want to be. Those are the steps that you need to take, but your current environment may not be conducive of that. But this is where you need some extra motivation and activation energy to be able to put you on that path, and once you're on that path, the momentum will carry you forward. Page of Swords, this indicates also overthinking. Gosh, yeah. Overthinking. Some of you are really overthinking your path as well. You're thinking like, do I even want this? Like, what if like, maybe you've made up a story like, do I even really want this? What if like, say for example, it's a job, right? You're like, I don't know if I even want to go to this job. What if it turns out to be like a toxic workplace, this and that? But that's the thing. You're worrying about the things that are currently not relevant, and in fact they are creating your reality. So rather than thinking like what can go wrong, it is actually time to think about, what do I want to experience? Maybe you've already experienced all the toxic workplaces, toxic environments. So you don't need to experience them again because you have already done that. You can now accept and tell the universe, look, I've learned my lesson and I've been in those environments, and I don't want to be in environments anymore where I'm disrespected. And that's the past is holding you back. Basically, your past experiences and your fear of those past experiences repeating is holding you back. Whereas now what you can say is, you know what? Yes, that might have been my past, but it doesn't need to be in my future. And in the future, I don't choose this reality. I choose a different reality where things are going my way. I'm getting everything, like I'm setting my life up the way I want to. And you have that choice right now. And that is what I'm getting here. The main reason why you feel stuck is because of your overthinking. Let's get a couple more oracle cards and see what we get here. Okay. Oh gosh, I just dropped like a bunch of cards, but let's get this one first. Courage. Divine courage is not the absence of fear, but a nudge that says, keep going, do it, don't worry, all will be well. You have to get quiet enough to hear it. Dear Divine, may I feel your courage and your will. It's exactly what I was talking about just now, right? It's exactly what I was saying, that it may be really a great time to step into that courageous self. And despite having these thoughts based on your past, you can still take the action right now, because those fears that you're having are not relevant. They are just actually trying to keep you safe. It's your ego coming up with the past scenarios, trying to keep you safe, but you're breaking out of that comfort zone, so you don't need to listen to the ego anymore. And in fact, it might be time to step into the new, because the ego has run the show for long enough, and now you're in charge, and ego doesn't get to say what you have to do. So again, we did get the death card, so it may even be an ego death that you are going through. Yeah, the death card that we got earlier, this is the reason why there's been delay in your manifestations. It's because you've been going through ego death after ego death. And that can be quite exhausting as well, and it can delay certain things, but it's a necessary process in order to evolve further in your life. Let's get a couple more cards. Then I think we'll end it here. It's been quite a good, encouraging reading, really passionate, and blocks are ending. It's like, I just said blocks, didn't I? And the card that we get is creative blocks. How funny. I literally was just saying that. If you are an artist of any kind, you can offer all the work to the divine, making it God's alone. I offer this for the highest good to benefit the planet. Release me from any blocks and restrictions. May this serve all who need. The message I get here is also that maybe turn today, tomorrow, around this full moon, Aries full moon, into a ritual. It may be really like your way of solidifying the fact that you're really letting go of like these blocks, like those are not going to impact you anymore. You're done with it. You're like, no, those are no longer going to impact my future. I'm here to create my next reality, whether that is in love, job, whatever you want, your business, career, whatever it is. It's no longer going to hold you back. You're going to work through that fear really, really, in a favorable way from the universe too. You will be supported, and you can really trust that the universe will support you in this process of stepping into the courageous self, right? It's going to take a little bit of this activation energy, but once you step through this activation energy, your new reality awaits you. Whatever you are manifesting awaits you. So it's really for your benefit, and you're not actually stuck, even if it may feel like it. The reason why you feel stuck is your thoughts. The thoughts are based on your past. Maybe your dreams are based on your past, and they are trying to pull you back in, keep you safe. And maybe you're moving to an environment where you have been before, and you feel like you have some past memories from there because you used to live there. So you're feeling like, I don't want to bump into similar people. I don't want the same friendships that I had around that time, because you've changed so much. Or you don't want to yeah, that's what I mean. You don't want to be in the same kind of environments, but it's just your fear. You can have so much more than what you're believing in. Your mind is limited to your past experiences and what you can experience based on your past experiences, but it no longer has to be, because you can create a different reality. It doesn't have to look anything like the past, to be honest. It can be brand new as you want it, and that requires you to really shush the noise that your inner self has been telling you, or your ego has been telling you, what if this happens again? It's like trying to pull you back in. It's almost like you're going like this and then being pulled back. It's that kind of motion that you're just not having that forward momentum. And that forward momentum is going to require you to really step in, really take an action, a bold action to get that momentum going. Okay. Wow, that was a lot. I felt like a lot of messages came through there, and I felt like there was just a lot pouring through, but it really is such a potent full moon, Aries full moon, really giving you the right energy to create what you want, and especially not settling for the same old story, the same old environments, people and places, and things you've been through before. You've done that, you don't need to go through those again. It's time for the new. We are stepping into our new fresh energy, and it's time. Yeah. If you enjoyed this reading, let me know in the comments below. Do follow me on my Instagram, which is where I'm most active. And yeah, you can see what I do day to day. You can see what I get up to, and you can find more and more about tips and offers and everything. It's just a fun community. So come join my Instagram page where I'm also more active. But if you did like this reading and if it resonated with you, do let me know in the comments below. I love hearing about your comments and whether it resonated and what you got out of it as well, and just simply connecting with you all. So have a great week, and I'll see you in the next one.